The first thing that I want you guys to do is to use this my ultimate guide. So just go back to your browser and then look for a website. This website is called Nameleaks. It's an AI website, nameleaks.com. So this website can actually give us a good business name, and this business name we can use it for our WordPress website. Because you're actually working as a test version, you need to also get a business name that you can actually work with and also have more ideas. Once we're on the Nameleaks website, the first thing I want you to do is to look for a brand name, for a short name that describes your business. Here I'm just going to type in something like tech industry. Then I'll click on generate. Now, once I click on generate, I'm going to have different names, and these business names, I can actually use them to create my local website. So once you click on generate, take 2 words. I want a name that is really short, and then take next. Now here I'll take high so that they'll give me more. Then I will take next. I have the name, that is just some keywords about the description of the brand I'm working with. Give it a short description, but they say it's optional. You can check domain names for it, okay, if you want to. Now, what is a domain name? A domain name is actually this name. For instance, if you have google.com, so that's a unique address. Google.com is a unique address meant for Google itself, the same as facebook.com. Okay, it's a unique address, it's a unique name meant for facebook.com. So once you use this name, facebook.com, it opens you the Facebook platform. Google.com, it opens the google.com domain name, and it opens the platform. So domain names are basically unique names that you can use to point to your information. Once we are on this page, we can describe our industry. Okay, you can just say we build websites, apps, and graphics. Okay, let's add UI or UX designs. Now that's just a short description, and then I'll go ahead and then take generate. Now once this starts generating, I need to actually wait for some time to get good results. So let's say we've had different results. So these are just results here. But if you look at one, let's say we go for, but let's go ahead and then choose something else. So when I want to see this, I'll just click on more info. Now we have Wixbloom. Now you look at a name like wixbloom.com. You hear this, they say available, they say domain availability, it's there. Now when I go down here, I have Wixbloom is a name that combines 2 words that are relevant to tech industry. So you can read all this information. At times I will make a copy of it. Okay, make a copy of it, and then go ahead and then open my notepad. Now once you open notepad, it's always good that you work in this manner. You open notepad, and then you can go ahead and then paste that content that you just copied. And let's say this is the domain name that we're going to use. Okay, the domain name that we're going to use is going to be Wixbloom, but we can't get this, but you can go ahead and then buy this domain name online. We can go ahead and then buy this domain name online, but I use Namecheap. I'm going to leave a link down below for you to go ahead and then buy a domain name if you want to buy one. But our target here is for us to use this platform offline, but this online version you really need the internet to use it. I'll go ahead, copy the name, let's say Bloomwix, go back here, and then I paste the content. I'll just close this up. Okay, now we've had a good business name. So this business name will help us now to be able to create our local site here, because we need to create our local site. Presently I'm connected to the internet. So let me just go ahead and then check so that you guys can see. Okay, indicating that I'm really connected. That's why it's replying with all of this. Presently I'm connected to the internet. So the next thing that I want to do now, we have had our name. That's why you need a tool like Notepad to be able to store most of your data. Now the next thing that I want us to do is to get an email address. Now I use this amazing platform called Proton Mail. So you go over to your browser and type in Proton Mail. Okay, once you just search for Proton Mail, click on the first link. Now this platform actually gives you a quick email address that you can use for your website or whatever thing that you want to do, but it doesn't need any special verification. So once I open this platform, I'll go to create a free account. Now I've already had my business name. Okay, so this is my business name, Wix Bloom. Okay, that's the name that we're going to use throughout this course. So once I get the name, I'll go down to free. I get free Proton for free. Click there. Now here we need to choose a name. We already selected the good name that we can use, which is Wix Bloom. I'll just copy the Wix Bloom. Okay, copy Wix Bloom. Then I'll right click and then paste. So this is wixbloom.proton.me, or you take protonmail.com. So wixbloom@protonmail.com, and here we're going to use a particular password. Let me just randomly generate this. I can copy this, keep it somewhere. Always do things like this. It's a good practice though. You can copy it and keep it somewhere, then take create account. Now since this is my browser, I can go ahead and then save this, but I don't want to. Now wait for the next step. This is captcha verification. Just carry this, drop it around where the puzzle is, then take next. Now we're going to wait for some time, but I'll need to add this password over here. Okay, that's just a password. It's a good practice, it's a good way to work, but I will advise you that you should always use a physical book for more protection. Maybe you have a book somewhere, you just take it down, write down your email address and the password somewhere. But this practice that I'm doing here is not the best practice. I don't do this. It's really bad, so it's not good, but I'm doing this for educational purposes. So here, take next, give it an email, recovery email, but I don't want to do that. I'll go ahead and take maybe later. Then take confirm, an amazing email address that we can use when we are creating our website. So still take note of one thing. We're doing this because there are other things that we need to use on this application, that when we start installing WordPress, there's steps that we need. These steps we need to add mostly the name of the WordPress website. We need to add a username, we need to add an email address, and we need to add a password. So that's why we need to get all of this. Fine, now we have our email address. I'll just take skip, next. I can choose maybe a dark theme or light theme. All right, let me just choose light, and then here I'll just take get started, and then we have our first email address. So I'll go over to the top here, click, and then take copy. To copy this email, I'll just click on this icon to copy. All right, go back to my notepad and then paste the name of the company. We have the logo, and I think so far we're good to go. But now we need to get an icon that will help us. So I want you to go over to this website called Icons 8. Okay, now under this Icons 8, I have the offline version, which is called PyCons. Okay, that's the offline version of this same app that I'm going to use online, but you can just go over to this website. We're going to go over and type in an icon. We just need an icon. That's why it's placed here. We click here, we type in something like just tech. We need an image that we can use, something that we can use that will represent our logo, which is important though. We need something like that, something that will really just represent. But if you're having the offline version, this is the offline version here. Let me just minimize this. Now if I minimize this, you see this is offline. Even if I'm disconnected from the internet, this app will still be there and it can work well. You can go ahead and then buy this from their platform. I can just type in tech, and then I have a whole lot of icons here that I can use. So I have a folder here. This folder is for us to build. So I can have an icon. I choose like an SVG. Click here, choose the file extension SVG. I take 4 times. Okay, now here I can go ahead and then just drag this icon, bring it inside here. So you see icon e-learning. You can use PNG. Okay, but now since you don't have this software, I want you to just go over to the website. I want you to just go over to the website here. and download. As we have typed in tech, I want you to just scroll through, and you can also choose like the colors. Let's say we pick a color like this, purple, and then you can also like sort it, designers, icons, or independent. You can choose whatever thing that you want. So let's go for something like this. We just click on it. Okay, so once this page is opened up, you can still click on color and then choose the color that you want, and then click on add text. Okay, so if I click on add text, I'll still add in my, go back, choose Bloom, Wix Bloom. Okay, it's just a company name. Like I said, it must not be something like this. You can still adjust. All right, now we want to just build a small logo for the platform. We can reduce like the size, and here we go to color. Under color, we adjust the color, then go back to text. We can bold this text a little. This Roboto is a good font already, so we leave it like that, and we are done. I'll click on done. Okay, the next thing that I need to do here is to click on download. Once I click on download, I'm going to download. I'll remove the 500. I want to download for this size and this size. So you see, if you choose any of these sizes, you'll need to pay. So if you want to customize, you still need to pay. So I'll take download. Now this has been downloaded in a zip file. I'll open it. Now once I open this, I'll go over to my folder on my desktop, and I'll extract all of this. Just carry, drag, drop in a folder. Now right now we already have our two logos. So these are our two logos. Okay, this is our logo that we're going to use. So after getting your logo, you need some good images that you can use. So I want you to go over to this website, Unsplash.com. When you start building a website, you have difficulties getting different assets. So all these websites, you need to get assets that you use. So under this platform Unsplash, I want you to just go ahead and then type in tech. Okay, now once I type in tech, so I'll scroll down and then just click on the download icon, get some good images. Okay, as I'm clicking, they're downloading over here. I'm using Unsplash, but if you know of any platform that you can use to get royalty free images, you can go ahead and then get them there. Okay, now I've had most of my images. The next step that we need to go to is how to run a WordPress website. See you in the next lesson.